good. How are you?
I'm so freaking excited. I was gonna keep it chill, but I'm too tired to keep it chill. I'm such a fan.
No, if I had this job, I would.
So cool.
I would never keep it chill. The people I get to meet, that is so fun.
Okay, I know. Usually I try and keep it chill, but
You
you're
don't have
very
to.
cool, and you're only 20.
Yes.
Yes. That's so young.
Yeah, to me it's not.
I know.
But to everyone else, I get it.
Yeah.
But like, you know, to me, I'm like, oh gosh. I mean, I started.
It's just a vast amount of success thus far.
Yeah, it definitely feels. It feels like I've been. It feels like career-wise, I feel like I'm 30.
Yeah.
But like, I know that you know.
30? I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love yours.
Oh,
like,
it's kind of trashy, but it's endearing at times.
It is very endearing. But yeah, I feel like very excited to be 20. It's like a new era, as a Taylor Swift would say.
Yeah. Very nicely done.
Thank you.
Did you go to the tour?
I am like hardcore Swift. Like I know exactly where she is at all times, kind of thing.
Some might call that a stalker, but yes.
No, I was
Who needs
like
to
it's
say
like
words?
loosely based. But no, I love Taylor. I went to the Eras tour and just it was the most amazing experience. Like the fans there are just they're the same as me. We love her that much. And you know how she does like a surprise song each show?
Yeah.
So like we have like a board, me and my sister, and we like cross out the songs that she's done so we know which songs are left to which do you do that too?
Oh my
Okay.
God.
I'm like, and so that we know what she's gonna do next.
Yeah.
So when I went to my show, I went to Ohio. I flew there solely for Taylor.
Yeah.
And she played Evermore and I collapsed to the ground. It was pretty crazy, but it was, an amazing experience.
Well, you're a singer as well. You love music.
I do love music. I definitely love music. I've always loved music. I love singing from like a really young age. I've taken it very seriously.
Yeah. It feels good.
Yeah, it does.
So
it
therapeutic
does.
as well.
It's very different from acting, but I do really enjoy. I was actually listening to just a Disney playlist on the way here because it's
why not?
snowing outside.
Why not?
And I was listening to Frozen, and I was like, "This
Fine.
is." Yeah, I was Elsa.
I will still watch those movies when my children leave the room.
Yeah.
And I'm a grown-ass woman.
Yeah.
And I will sit there and be like, oh my God, the sisters at the end.
I know.
I'm like, this is me and my sister.
I know.
Yeah.
This is how I feel. I definitely am too old to like still be in my Disney.
I don't care. I'm 41 and I still love it.
Yeah,
I
love
will
it.
go ride the ride at Disney World with or without my children.
Same.
Yeah. Although it would be rude if I left them out. But congrats on the engagement, by the way. That's so exciting.
Thank you so much.
That's so exciting. It's like a whole new life.
Yes.
With another human. So like how is adjusting with families and like it was always kind of difficult when it came to like holidays. Is that easy for you or?
Oh, actually it's been really fun. Like I've loved kind of meshing our families. My family is very loud. We're English. We've got a lot of banter, a lot of jokes, and I was really nervous as Jake coming in because I was like, you have to be able to pick up on the jokes and be witty and, you know, things will go...
Don't be a loser.
Yeah. I was just, and usually it's the other way around and I'm trying to tell my parents, but I'm like, you have to fit in with them. Like, you have to play it cool with them because they're so cool. And
what a great family.
Yeah, my family are very fun. And so they actually met on an RV trip and then I met his family and I actually just spent my first Thanksgiving with them. And I've never spent Thanksgiving in America, like, a traditional Thanksgiving. I've never done that. So it was really exciting. I was
Did you overeat?
I did.
Yeah.
And then I ate turkey for like 3 days.
Yes, but that's kind of the thing. You can make sandwiches.
Oh
you
yeah,
can make
we had
salad.
a turkey surprise.
Yes. Sure.
All of the things from dinner in a sandwich.
Sure.
I was like, okay.
Leftovers. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I have to get used to this. My parents are calling me up like, we just had spaghetti bolognese because we're English, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Yeah. And I'm like, you guys, I ate just like the most turkey ever. Like I don't know, so it's very fun.
And gravy. Gravy's my favorite.
Yes, yes.
We have something in common. So you live on a farm, I live on a ranch, but I love morning coffee, go out.
Yes.
I love watching all the animals.
What do you have?
Well, I have a lot of natural wildlife right now. So I'm still fencing, so I can't put anything quite yet, but we have like elk, bear, wolves, mountain lions, like that kind of stuff.
Oh my goodness.
But you have like a legit farm, like goats, and like, I want that. That's what I want to do. But
I have a pony, I have 2 donkeys, 2 cows, 3 goats, and...
Mini ponies are testy. I've had a rescue ranch.
My mini pony, he's also a rescue. His name's Blaze.
Yeah.
He has, I mean, first, he hates me, I think.
No, they're not always super kind.
No, like my donkey, Bernard, is like my best friend. Like, and we talk so much, like, stuff about the pony. We're like,
the name.
we cannot with him. Like, he is the biggest diva. And it was freezing cold in Georgia, so I was like, I gotta put him in the shed where there's a heater. But he just wouldn't listen. He like tilts his head at me and like his eyes bolt. And I'm like, dude, like we're not doing this. I'm trying to help you and get you warm. And then like I have to go get Jake. And Jake's from New York. Watching Jake try and herd a pony, I was almost peeing myself. It was so funny.
It's almost worth it to get the donkey to stay out.
Please go right now. Like, yeah. And he's just like, come on, pony. And I'm like, Jake, just go back inside.
Come on, pony.
Yeah. But it's really fun. And I actually, like last year, I got a lamb. Yeah. And I try to bottle feed most of my farm animals so that they really become accustomed to like, you know, our touch and our love. And so he slept in the middle of us for like 6 weeks.
An actual lamb.
He was my baby lamb, and I woke up every 3 hours and fed him with a bottle.
You had a baby.
I did.
Yeah.
For 6 weeks. And then I said, it's time to go outside. Yeah. But actually, I was getting diapers for him because you can't teach them. And I tried to teach all my animals, but he was not persevering. Yeah. So I had to go to my grocery store and get diapers, and everyone thought I was pregnant.
Oh, that you were really pregnant.
I was like, no, it's for my lamb. And the next week, he grew so big.
No one believed you.
No one believed me.
It's for my lamb?
I know. Yeah, exactly. I was like, and then the next week he got so big I had to go get adult diapers, and people were really confused then.
Now they're like, yeah, okay, so you're having a situation.
I know. It's like, it's my lamb is huge now, and he's now like, you know, he's the sweetest. His name is Norman, but really changed.
Bernard, Norman. I Blaze. I like your animals.
Oh yeah, no, these are
They're so therapeutic. They make me feel. I love having animals.
Oh, yeah. I know. They're like my favorite, and I like go out to them every morning, and they all know me, and I just feel like so grounded when I'm around them. They don't know who I am, and they don't need anything from me. They're just like, hey, you got the hay, and I just bring in the hay. It's the best. It's the best of both worlds. Yeah.
It's peaceful. I love that you have that because it's totally different from this industry.
Totally different pace.
Yeah. That was a look at her new Netflix movie, Damsel. I love the movie.
Thank you.
It's like straight up my household, like our vibe. Because it's like, I loved it. My kids watched it with me. Anyway, so like, explain the movie for everyone.
Oh gosh. Well, it starts with a princess or a young woman who is in a, you know, her normal kingdom with her family, her dad, her younger sister, and her stepmother. And a woman comes to the kingdom and says, in the kingdom of Aurea, we need a princess, and we'd like to take your daughter. So my dad sells me down the river bend, and I become a princess in the kingdom of Aurea, but not, you know, not everything is as it seems, and
at all.
Yeah. And instead, I'm a sacrifice.
Yeah.
So it's very, I definitely was so excited signing on to it because I thought, I've always wanted to be a princess, but to turn into a warrior at the end is like the best of both worlds.
Well, that's what I love. It's called Damsel, but you're not like a damsel in distress.
No.
Yeah, it's the opposite of that.
Exactly, it is. And she might be in distress a few times. But
I feel like
definitely, herself. She definitely saves herself and proves that she doesn't need a prince.
Yeah, I love that. I love that too, just watching with my kids as well.
Yeah.
I love this about you too. So you're so young, but you're doing such amazing things. You're behind the scenes as well, executive producing this. That's super, super cool.
Thank you.
Are you into that world too, like behind the scenes?
Yeah, I love that. I think for me, you know, I grew up on Stranger Things where I watched like two amazing creators, the Duffer Brothers, who run Stranger Things. And I watched them, like they were young starting off Stranger Things, and I just feel like I loved the way they created, and I was like, I really want to be a part of that world too. Yeah. And they actually were really open to letting me be a part of the creation of 11. Yeah. So when I started like dipping my toes in that, I was like, oh, I really would love to do that more in my career. And so with Enola, I was able to do that, and with this, I was able to do that. And I feel like I'm able to bring more of a feminine essence to the production, the plot, and all the things.
Yeah, I love Enola.
Thank you.
I love this thing one too. I was telling her that in the break. I was like, God, me and my daughter love watching that so much.
It's very fun. It's very different to this. But
it is very different, yes. Yeah. But both are awesome, like for an entire family. That's what I love. I'm such a mom saying that. But it is awesome when you can watch something and your kids can be in the room. I heard that music is very comforting to you. So what are you listening to right now? What's on your playlist? And do you do playlists for like roles?
Oh yes,
because I know a lot of actors do that. I didn't know that, but they'll like make playlists for like the film they're working on.
I was actually telling my fiance earlier, I was like, on every job I have a playlist. So I have like for Enola 1, it was Lover, Taylor Swift.
Nice.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then for season 3 of Stranger Things, it was Positions, Ariana Grande.
Nice.
So I'm like but right now, I'm really in the Disney world, and like Dear Evan Hansen again. Yeah. Like I'm in and Jake and I love Hamilton, so we have to do that every morning on the way to work. Yeah. But yeah, I'm very much in my like theater stage right now.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I'm listening to the most.
Do you think you would ever do like a Broadway, like that kind of?
I would love to. Although I was saying,
it takes time.
It does. It takes time, and I wouldn't be able to bring my farm animals.
Girl, we are in the same. I'm like, can you bring Montana there? That's me.
I'm like, how can I bring my donkey there?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Bernard would be great on Broadway. So wait, you've done beauty, so now you're in the world of fashion, right?
Yes.
This is exciting, especially around 20. I think it's such a creative space to live into. I used to go thrifting all the time. Well, mainly because I had to when I was poor. But then I continued into my 20s because I loved it.
Yes.
Like, you're really into fashion,
Oh my gosh, yeah, I love fashion. I've always loved fashion, but especially turning 20, it's like, it's such an exciting time to kind of, and be transparent like with my consumer and with my audience, because, you know, of course I get to wear fancy things like this all the time, but like in reality, I want to be, I do wear pajamas to work, and I like to be cozy, and like that's just, and so to be able to create like an affordable, accessible and inclusive brand to my generation, it feels like a gift to them, and it also
Girl,
feels like
I love
a gift
being
to me.
cozy. Nothing beats that.
No, definitely not.
I like looking nice on a carpet, but just for the hours I have to.
Oh, but I'm thinking about getting cozy on the carpet.
Yeah, I'm like, which black stretchy pants will I put on? Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're working on the final season of Stranger Things, which I know has got to be kind of it's an exciting thing probably because it's nice to move on from something, but at the same time, it's such a family probably for you at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
And that character.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's sad to say goodbye. You know, we're in production right now, and it feels weird because every day feels like the last day, you know, because you're like, this is going to be the last 37th day we're ever going to have, you know? And everything feels like we have to make the most of every moment. And yeah, I definitely, every time they say action, I think, gosh, like I have to be 11 one last time, and that makes me sad. But it also makes me really excited.
Yeah, because it opens up timing too for other things.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Well, incredible career thus far, and you're only 20. It's insane. We need a quick break. Damsel is on Netflix this Friday, y'all.